Shanghai major elimination stage invites to be decided by VRS update. Fourth place deciders are canceled. There will be no fourth place decider in the RMRB, and the fourth place decider is already that was already played in RMRA will be annulled. And then it says right here, Big's elimination stage qualification will likely be revoked by the VRS update, which is tragic. The Perfect World Shanghai Majors elimination stage spots are no longer to be decided on placing. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm bad at reading, by the way. Don't laugh at me. To be decided on placing in the Europe RMR. Initially, the rulebook stated it should be based on pre-event Valve regional standings updates, which the first CS2 major in Copenhagen followed. And here's the problem. I'll give my full thoughts in a second. 1 second. Instead of using the VRS update, Perfect World ruled that the spots would go to the top 4 teams in each RMR group and organize fourth place deciders. And of course, we already saw FaZe and Cloud9 play. This will likely not change the outcome of RMRA because FaZe won, of course, where the 4 clear favorites went through to the elimination stage, but poses a serious question regarding the integrity of the RMR as a mid-tournament rule changes the effects of the underdogs in RMRB who have been surprising the favorites. 2 outsiders, Big and 3D Max, punched their ticket to the elimination stage before the rule change. Now, the problem here is people are kind of like unsure. They're like, well, Valve did say that this is how it was supposed to be, but Perfect World changed the rules, in quotes, they changed the rules. And then they just decided to just be, you know what? Nah, we're going back to what we said. So it kind of just is bad for Big and 3D Max, who literally thought yesterday when they won that they had made top 16 at the major, which would have been huge for them. And then today they wake up, they get a call from Valve, and they're like, yeah, just kidding. We don't really like you, so we would prefer that you went through the bottom stage because you're an underdog. We got to go back to rankings. Kind of a weird change. I mean, I understand it. I understand the change. But changing this mid-event, mid-qualifier, literally, you already played a fourth place decider, Big, the article's on HLTV, by the way, like it says right here, Big qualify for Shanghai Majors elimination stage. Like it already, like everything was set. It was already set. And now it's like, well, now you just have to go back through. It's kind of lame. It was previously communicated that the Europe A and B RMRs would play a tiebreaker to decide the 4th and 5th place advancement spots, which determine opening and elimination stage placement at the major. This tiebreaker and its corresponding formats of how the teams advance from the RMRs has been seen in the past majors before, and its execution in Shanghai was discussed and confirmed with Valve ahead of time. Today, Valve requested us to cancel this tiebreaker going forward, facilitating a full transition to the VRS system for 2024 and onwards. Additional to this change, for sorting teams qualifying from the Europe RMRs and into the major itself, an update to the Valve regional standings will come after the conclusion of the RMRs, and all qualifying teams, including those who have already completed the Europe A RMR, will be sorted before the major, solely based on VRS instead. This is crazy. Yeah, the ads. Yeah. This is actually crazy, though. Why would they change this mid-qualifier? And, of course, HLTV reached out to comment. Didn't get one, but they did say that it's valid. Like, that's all they said. One comment for the forums, changes mid-major is crazy. I agree. On the one hand, sure, it should have always been this way because that's how Valve planned it to be. On the other hand, because they requested it to be changed and they let it happen and now it's not changed, and Big and 3D Max just went through this crazy upset run to make what they thought was the elimination stage only to have it taken away from them, well, that's just tragic, isn't it? And there's some serious issues with this. I mean, this is like a pretty big deal. I don't think we've seen anything happen like this in recent RMR. I don't think ever, actually. But, yeah. So, let me know what you guys think about this. I definitely am not a fan of this change, but it is what it is. And then that's that.